Got ourselves Alistair over for the team too, ready to go, but looks like not first up. We got ourselves Extinction, we got ourselves Grifka, we got a Holy Saya, gotta be first out versus Coquetta. A bit of a rematch between the two. Trinket out of both of them by the looks of it. Holy Saya popping off wings, Coquetta with the big defenses as well, just trying to see if he can get himself maybe potentially set up. I'm clicking some buttons, sorry. There's just error screens around this on my monitor. As it's gonna be a full stun Holy Saya. Oh, now you're Trinkets. Apparently now he's trinketing, as Coquetta trying to see if they can find a way to get through all of the shielding that he's got, and is going to be able to leap right in, charging now, got himself full I-beam. Holy Saya closing the gap with a stun, no way out for Coquetta, but Holy does not have the wings for this one, trying to see if he can max up some damage. There's going to be a bit of a blade dance, stun onto Holy, does go for the bubble. Coquetta trying to see if he can back up out of this as fast as possible. Holy just charging and hoping to end the duel. Coquetta with an immunity, as Holy Saya is still holding on to his big immunity, got himself full regenerating. Coquetta better go behind the pillar and catch up that mage food as soon as possible. Hopefully Jay sets him up, is gonna run by, get some food. Holy is careful with this. He knows that Coquetta is catching up a lot of healing. Coquetta needs something, man. I don't know what you do. You might need to find a way just to get Holy Saya out. Maybe fly up in the air, barrage him from above. Next hit is gonna be huge. Coquetta needs to heal right now, this second. I don't know if there's anything you can do. Stun. What killed you? Do you have a heart attack? It looked like you were fine. You imprisoned him. You got yourself I-beam. Was it a divine toll random judgment? But Holy does take you out. That is unfortunate. I honestly thought like you were gonna escape, because that judgment hit you. You had no health. You got an I-beam. I was like, okay, maybe you was gonna have a chance. Nope. Apparently not. Holy does get himself the blessing of Sank a little bit early before a stun comes out of Kami, who is going to bubble this off immediately. Holy, back it up out of this. Does not have a bubble, but he does have a spell warden, which should be enough in order to deal with a lot of the magic damage of another Retribution Paladin. Akame trying to see if he can cut you down shield for shield right now, as Holy is behind on cooldowns. Akame still has wings for a little bit longer. Actually, no, Holy does have wings now. Flashlight for Akame, playing the normal flashlight, not the instant cast one. Interesting, so might be able to give himself an opportunity where they could back up out and catch up a little bit of healing potentially. Word of Glow just keeping him alive. Lay your hands for Holy. Akame, do you have a blessing of spell warden potentially? Because right now you might have an opportunity here. Holy recovered a lot of health, but if you can recover health too, he's behind him for Baron's buffs. Oh, Akame! Oh no, tell me you got a lay on hands. He doesn't have lay on hands. Wait, yes it does. Akame, press it, bop! Oh no! Oh, Akame! The reason why you don't bop against a Paladin is because it still do a lot of holy damage as it goes right through the basket protection. A lay hands would have topped you off. The spell warden will stop a lot of the holy damage. There really isn't a lot of damage that Paladins do that is purely physical anymore. Like a lot of it is holy strike damage, which has a tinge of holy in it, and spell warden like cancels a lot of it out. Lasso out for Oswin. Is going to be that spell warden now for Holy Saya. Got himself that immunity, walking right out of that hand route with a hand of freedom, trying to see if he can chase Oswin when wings are active. Oswin just sees himself a bit of a breather, got himself a heal. There's going to be a wall at the ready, maybe a bit of damage. Earthshock knocking Holy Saya back, rooting him in place. Lava Burst trying to see if he can crack through the defenses. Oh, the big shield of vengeance, hammers flying in every direction. Got himself the roots as well. Now there's going to be another primordial getting set up. Just needs more Lava Burst as well. Holy, wow, he's without Pony and without Hand of Freedom. He's going to chill behind the pillar, recover a little bit. It is down to 3 people over on Team 1 between Soldier, Oswin, and Jayhawk. And Oswin, if you can take down on top of Holy Saya and then as many people as possible, set up a go for Soldier or set up a go for Jay, then I think he's going to be in a fantastic spot. As Holy Saya backs up out, Lava Burst are getting sent in back to back, got himself a little bit of healing. As a bubble comes out, Holy got himself that big immunity he needs. Burrow down for Osmond. Got himself the Earth Elemental. Maybe could use the Earth Elemental stun. Knock back, knock out for the Holy side. Just dribbling the guy, knocking him a distance. And a freedom available for Holy. Osmond got himself the Guardian Spirit. So as long as he does some kind of damage or heal himself, he might be okay. Should be able to keep himself alive here versus the damage of the Paladin. Holy does get knocked back yet again. That's going to be Earth Elemental still active. As Osmond trying to give himself an opportunity to survive this route to follow on to Holy Saya. No Hand of Freedom available for the time being. So might give Osmond an opportunity. Ice Fury, maybe you can go for Earth Shocks, Frost Shocks. That'll be a lot of damage they can break through. Primordials getting set up. If you can go for another knockback, does have knockbacks. Hand of Freedom is active. Earth Shocks, Frost Shocks are not going to be as effective. Wild Freedom is active. Blind onto Osmond. And Holy is going to use the wall next to him in order to try to catch a bit of a reset behind the pillar. Looking to recover a little bit of health, maybe trying to see if he can get himself a regenerate going. That or just some H-foot stun onto Oswin immediately. Is going to go for a knockback. Holy, just looks like he's going to stay in. Wings are active. Light and Lasso to follow. Oswin does have only say very, very low. There's no more immunities available. Does get him rooted. Hand of Freedom. If we can just knock the guy back, that is perfect. Trying to see if we can deal with the Hand of Freedom if at all possible. Looking for a quick catch-up. If you keep Holy Saya out in the open without any pillars, you might actually be okay. If you got any more knocks, any more roots, you should be good. Oswin, not a lot of health available. Playing it super defensive. Needs himself a primordial setup. Go. But holy, next set of wings could be huge. Next stun could also be massive. Oswin just tried to buy himself some time. Big blast, root to follow. Healing surge, needs summon right now. Stun, does not have a way to get Holy Saya away from his face. It's going to be knockback. Earth Elemental trying to do something. That's going to be holy. Doesn't have capitalizing the kill, sniping him out. My goodness. You just got to wait until the flame shock is off and then he can go for a full regenerating. Who's up next? Is it Jay? Or is it potential Soldier? One of those two is going to have to find a way to topple Holy Saya. This man so far has been hanging in. We are in the 6 minutes of this duel. 30% dampening, so you're not really going to get that much healing at any point from here on out. But it looks like it is going to be Jay. It is going to be Jay. I think Holy Saya needs to do what he's done with Jay and what he's done with his casters so far. He's got to get himself the pony, Hand of Freedom, full wings, and then run them down. If Jay can somehow find a way to deal with a Hand of Freedom, he'll be golden. Got himself the opener. Should be able to get himself a proper go. Ring of Fire into Holy Saya. Arcane Surge to follow. Maybe touch the magic. Holy Saya is going to dip behind the pillar immediately. This way, if Jay can get aggressive with him, that'd be perfect. Holy with a Hand of Freedom. Shield of Vengeance could get aggressive too. Waiting for the wings right now. Shield of Vengeance is not going to be able to hold on long at all. Finally, wings active. This way, Jay got himself plenty of defense. Big lay on hands onto Holy Saya. He doesn't have any more immunities. That was his big go. Jay could just rip right through him right now if he just gets enough damage stun. Does know that the mage is going to have to go for a blink away. This way, Holy Saya, all he can do is force the man into an ice block. That's about all he can do right now. Jay does not have any more damage right now. Interrupted Arcane, forced into an ice block. Holy does get himself a reset. Could go for the regenerating. Should go for regenerating behind the pillar. It's not going to be as effective. 37% dampening. Not going to help at all. Jay's ice block also not really helping at this high dampening either. And this is going to be shifting power. Mage is now on the back foot as Holy now has the advantage, I feel like. All the time up for Jay. Should be okay. Poly onto Holy. Ring of Fire available. Does he have a touch of the magic? He does a touch. He's going to try to see if he can walk him out this way and then pour to the other side as the stun comes out. It's into a trinket right after. Jay tried to see if he could add Holy, but the bubble's back up last second. He got waited long enough with the bubble is back up and ready. Jay got nothing left unless he can just walk away from the guy. Images to reduce some of the damage he's taken. Poly, as the Shield of Vengeance is active. Jay needs to find a way to break through his defenses, and there's nothing left that's holding Holy down away from the graveyard. I think he might just have him right now. Actually, hold on. Big barrage, Holy keeping himself alive. That's going to be big. Arcane Surge isn't enough. Got himself Hand of Freedom. Interrupted Arcane. I think he just have. Oh my goodness. Into a stun. Soldier not going to let you out of this one scot-free. I think it's just over for Holy, right? Spell Warden, but the physical damage from the ghouls is going to end up taking it down very quickly. Nothing you can do. My goodness. And now Soldier has to go into a high dampening game versus Extinction. It's not going to feel great. Dropping down a dome. Extinction got himself there all the time, trying to get himself a better angle versus Soldier. Silence to follow. Got himself a grippy hand. Trinket out of Extinction though. Maybe could go for a proper stun. Army of the Dead joining in. If we could just keep him next to those pets, you'll be just fine. Those pets will do a lot of damage all on their own. Look at those death calls though, man. Look at those hits. Oh my goodness. Pyroblast flying in. Got himself the full cheat death. Oh, not even an ice block. Soldier at no help whatsoever. If these guys give this man an honor duel, he could actually catch up. He does have mage food. I don't know how much of an honor duel he can give him, but maybe, potentially, going to be either Grifka or Jareem or Alistair. Jareem does not want to fight him. That's for sure. Grifka would be just an impossible foe for the DK to defeat. I think maybe Alistair would be the play. Or does Jareem want to do it now? Does Jareem want to do it now that he knows that Soldier has no healing whatsoever? Does he have a polymorph that can help him heal? AMS up for Soldier. Got himself at least a little bit of help to work with this time around. Also, full set of cooldowns too. Jareem did not want to have to fight the DK, but he's got to have him to. As a full stun comes out, he got himself that ultra, but it's not really that great when it comes to his full health. Breath on all these pets. Poly onto Soldier. That's going to be the main goal. The main transform goal could maybe go for a stun on Jareem. Trying to see if he can stop all these pets and freeze them really quickly. Arcane Surge to follow. It could be a grip out of Soldier. Dropping in a full dome on the guy. Blind to follow as the Chacha Magic is on him. Knocking him out of the dome. Trying to see if he can maybe take him down while into the dome with those missiles, but it's just not going to be enough. A Soldier trying to catch up as much death strikes as possible off of these pets at 69% dampening. He ain't gonna get much healing at all. Jareem does himself an invis, trying to see if he can escape, but also gets us a pretty big nifty DR whenever he does go for a full invis. IBF, Soldier does get some damage on Jareem, but the man is just dotted out, rotting out. Not much you can really do in this situation. Trying to go for Poly, and Soldier just claws him down with that grip. And at the end of the day, like, it's either Grifko or it's either Alistair and like Soldier. Death Strikes? If Grifko's okay with it, it looks like Grifko's okay with it. He wants you. Yep, he wants you to do it. He wants you to Death Strike. You can Chain of Ice spam him, right? Just to get RP. Running power. Yeah, Soldier's not confused. Like, these guys are trying to communicate with him like, hey, we want you to heal. We want you to get a proper honor duel here. At least have some kind of modicum of health. Is it going to be Grifko next? I don't even know if it's Grifko next. But Soldier also does not want to like start duel immediately. Or is it going to be Alistair? I feel like if you send Alistair in, Alistair and Soldier might actually be able to get a more of an even match. I feel like Grifko might just end up taking the guy out really quickly. And I guess it's just going to wait. I do appreciate you guys doing this auto duel thing here, by the way. You try to communicate with Soldier, and I appreciate it. I really, really do. I really do. What is the best class right now? There's a lot of good classes. I'd say Rogues are pretty good, aren't they, chat? Rogues are good. Demon Hunters are apparently really good in PvP and PvE. I'd say Demon Hunter is probably even better than Rogue to some degree. Gouge onto Soldier with a kidney shot. Immediately human racials the two for a blind. Got himself the main pet. Swarm as well. Stun onto Grifka. But the man is just burning right to Soldier. Not much you can really do. Big damage by the Unholy DK as well. Both of them were super, super low. You almost killed the Rogue. You almost killed that Rogue. Are you kidding me? You almost killed him. Oh, he cheat deathed it. They just both went in haymakers on each other. Holy side picking up 4 with 10 million damage. Soldier picking up 3 kills, almost getting the Rogue down too. I almost feel like that should count, right? Because the Rogue did technically die. He just cheated death. But that was pretty nutty. I like the honor duels. Had an attempt, which he picked up Magefoot at the very start of the arena.